Hello there. Thank you for taking a moment to watch this video, and on this particular training we're going to continue talking about our Vphone configuration or setup, and more specifically we're going to talk about inbound call handling. How do we answer those inbound calls? And of course there are a few different ways I can answer that question, and on this specific training I want to talk to you about how to answer that call while you're in a dial session. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump over to our Vphone settings. And on our inbound routing, we're going to go down to the section called Inbound Calls in the Dialer. This is an option that you can enable. You don't have to turn this on, but when you enable this option, what will happen is anytime you receive an inbound call to one of your Vphone numbers, or if you have access to other number pools, any inbound calls that are routed to you through those number pools will be handled in the browser. So let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to jump over to Contacts, and I'm going to begin a dial session. Let's go ahead and select some contacts and start dialing. As we're making calls during our dial session, if a call comes in, depending on where we're at in our dial session, for example, right now I'm actually connected to the Black Canary, so the system is going to ask me, do I want to put the Black Canary on hold and accept this inbound call? Or do I want to hang up with the Black Canary and accept the inbound call? Or should I send the inbound call to voicemail? Those are my options. Now, of course, if I was not connected to somebody, I wouldn't have anybody to put on hold, so that option would not be available to me on an inbound call, right? For example, if I had already ended my call with Black Canary, so I'll show you what that looks like. Let me go ahead and send this one to voicemail. Let's end our call with Black Canary. And now let's receive that inbound call one more time. As you can see, there's nothing to put on hold and there's nothing to hang up. I either have to decide if I want to accept the call or decline the call. If I accept the call, you'll see that the record immediately flips over to the record of the contact that had just called in this case, Johnny Demo. So the Black Canary record has been put in the background and Johnny Demo is now up on the screen. I can have my conversation with Johnny Demo. When I'm done talking to Johnny Demo, I can end the call just like any other call. I can even transfer that call to one of my transfer agents if needed. But once I'm done, I end the call, and it would end like any other call that I made in a dial session. I'd be able to take my notes. I'd be able to disposition the call. And once I disposition the call, guess who pops up on the screen again? The Black Canary, the contact that I was previously working on. Now, in this particular example, I'd already ended my call with the Black Canary, so of course I'm left to update my notes, enter the disposition. But of course, if I needed to call the Black Canary back, I could do that. I just click the dial button, and I'm now calling this contact again. Now let's go through that one more time here. So if I've got an inbound call, if I'm currently on the line with somebody, I have two options for accepting the call. Put the current call on hold and accept it, or hang up with the current call and accept it. Or I can send them to voicemail. Now let's say I put the Black Canary on hold and accept the call. Of course, we're going to see Johnny Demo's information pop up on the screen here. We can have our conversation like we did earlier, and when I'm done, I can end the call, add all of my notes that I need to add, and then I can disposition it just like I dispositioned it before. And then I'm taken back to the Black Canary. But I'm given the option to resume the call because the Black Canary's on hold. So I'm going to go ahead and resume that call. And now I'm talking to the Black Canary again. At this point, I can transfer the call, I can put her on hold again, or I can end the call. All of those options are available since I just put the Black Canary on hold to take that inbound call. So as you can see, if you receive inbound calls while in a dial session using Phone Burner, you're going to have a lot of options to make sure that you fully take advantage of those inbound calls. Thanks for taking a moment to watch this video, and happy dialing.